I will now turn the call over to your host, Michael Yormark, President and Chief of Branding and Strategy for Rock Nation. You may begin.
Good afternoon, everybody. Let me first identify those people that are here today joining me. That's David Iskowitz and Dino Duval from Rock Nation Sports Boxing. After our call today, if you have any questions for them, they are available to answer any questions that you might have. With about 10 days left until this historic fight, we're extraordinarily excited about this mega event between two world-class fighters and champions, Miguel Cotto and Canelo Alvarez. As I've previously stated, this will absolutely be the fight of the year. And for those fans that will be watching on HBO pay-per-view from their home, we believe this fight will provide one of the best dollar-for-dollar values of any fight in recent memory when you consider the investment and the guaranteed action from two of the world's top pound-for-pound fighters. As I travel the country for Rock Nation, you can absolutely feel the buzz building, not only within the boxing industry, but through the mainstream media as well. And as you saw earlier today, even Jay-Z and Oscar have been swept up in the excitement around this event, putting a wager on the table in support of their respective fighters. Next Saturday's star-studded event at Mandalay Bay and live on HBO pay-per-view is virtually sold out, with only very few select tickets available that can be purchased on Ticketmaster.com. The success of this event could not have been possible without a number of people and organizations, so I would like to first sincerely thank our 6 partners: Corona Extra, Creed, Mexico Live It, Believe It, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Tequila Cazadores, and Corporate Travel Made Simple, CTMS. I also want to thank the MGM Resorts International and Mandalay Bay and Richard Stern, as well as HBO pay-per-view and their leadership of Ken Hirschman, Mark Taffet, and Peter Nelson for their incredible support and promotion of this fight. As we are now only days away from one of the biggest events in boxing history, in one of the sport's most prestigious weight classes, in the spiritual home of World Championship fights, under the lights of America's playground, in view of a star-studded crowd, and in front of boxing's most passionate fan bases from Puerto Rico and Mexico, the equally thrilling styles of Cotto and Canelo are set to light up the sports world on boxing's biggest stage.
Traducción en español.
Vamos a comenzar primero a identificar a todas las personas.
No. Wait. We don't need to translate the opening intro. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar De La Hoya, they aren't the only legends involved in this epic fight. Maybe the most renowned and decorated boxing icon of them all is Miguel's trainer and living legend, Freddie Roach. I know Freddie has an aggressive strategy and a bold prediction for the fight, and he is here to tell you a little bit about that. Ladies and gentlemen, Freddie Roach.
Thank you. Well, Miguel's been training really hard for this fight. We've had a great training camp. We've gone through about 8 sparring partners, and sparring's worked out very well for us. We have maybe two more spars to go, and he's 100% ready for this fight. It's going to be a great fight, and we're looking for a knockout in this fight. We're going to be the first person to knock out Alvarez, and I can't wait to get this one on its way. Don't miss this fight. It will be great.
Quedan 2 días más de entrenamiento y sabemos que va a ser una gran pelea.
Okay. Having visited Miguel in training camp, I was simply blown away by this man's commitment and intensity. And I know when Jay-Z and some of Rock Nation's partners visited him over the last couple of weeks, they came away with that same impression. You know, I've never seen an athlete so determined, so focused and passionate about the task in front of him. There is no one that works harder than Miguel Cotto. He wants to be at his very best next Saturday night. And even as a 4-time champion and a living legend and future Hall of Famer, he takes absolutely nothing for granted and leaves nothing to chance in preparation for this epic matchup. I know this fight is important to him and his family. I know that it is also about history and part of the great rivalry between Puerto Rico and Mexico. He's fighting not only for himself, but for his people, for his country, and for his family. And we are so confident that he's going to deliver come next Saturday night on the biggest stage of them all. Before I introduce Miguel Cotto, I do want to mention the team that he has surrounding him, from Gabby Penagaricio, Brian Perez, and Hector Soto, his confidants, his friends, and his family. Ladies and gentlemen, Miguel Cotto.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. We are just days away from the fight. We're training runs really good for us, and just waiting for the moment of the fight. Thank you.
Questions?
Operator, we can open the line for questions.
Yes, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would like to ask any questions, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. Again, it is star 1 on your telephone keypad. Our first question is from Carlos Navarez with ESPN Deportes. Go ahead.
Saludos, Miguel. Espero que te encuentres bien. Hi to David and to Michael Gilmark also. Miguel, ¿cómo puedes categorizar ahora mismo cómo ha sido este entrenamiento que has tenido en relación a los anteriores entrenamientos que has hecho para grandes peleas?
Al igual que cada pelea es diferente, cada entrenamiento es diferente, Freddy ha sabido poner la intensidad y las tácticas exactas para vencer a nuestros rivales, y estoy muy confiado en Freddy, estoy muy confiado en el entrenamiento que hemos llevado, y no tenemos duda de que vamos a obtener la victoria el próximo 29 de noviembre.
¿Qué tan especial para...
Un minuto, translation into English.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
How can you categorize those fights in comparison with the other ones? That was the question, and the answer that was, well, each fight is different, and I'm pretty sure that I'm very confident that Freddy has done such a great job, and I'm very confident I'm going to be victorious on this fight.
Miguel, en términos de este combate, ¿cuán grande para ti es Cotto Canelo? ¿Cuán grande en comparación a los anteriores que has tenido?
Lo he dicho anteriormente, esto es la pelea número 45 en la carrera de Miguel Cotto. Luego vendrá una 46. Es solamente una pelea más. Tengo al frente un rival llamado Canelo Alvarez, para que estamos preparados bien. La pelea no tiene, para mí, tiene un significado diferente que no sea la pelea número 45 de Miguel Cotto.
Translation.
How big is this fight in comparison to the other ones that you have had? Well, this is just another fight for me. It's my fight number 45, and like I said before, I'm well prepared, and there's no difference. So it's just another fight for me, and I'm going to do my best.
Our next question is from Dan Rafael with ESPN. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Miguel, this is going to be, I believe, your third fight with Freddie as your trainer, and maybe your fourth fight. I think your third or fourth fight with him as your trainer.
Fourth one.
Fourth one, okay. Can you just, thinking, you've had a few different trainers over your career, you've had a heck of a career, but what is it about Freddie that in your opinion, has made the match between you and him so outstanding and works so well for you?
Yes, we develop good chemistry between us. We can talk about our plans, what are going to be best for us during the fight, and our chemistry is the best thing we have each other for make our relationship, our fights together the way they've been for us.
Did you not have that with your other trainers in the past? Because you've had some other good trainers also. It's not like they didn't know what they were doing.
What is in the past is in the past, you know. I'm here with Freddie, and the only thing I'm going to talk about is what I have with Freddie right now.
So what do you think would it have been like then? Let's say you had been not with Freddie for just 4 fights. Say you'd been with him for 10 years. How would your career maybe be different?
Everything happens when it's time to happen. I arrived in Freddie's gym 3 years ago, and my career had a different way to go right now because of Freddie, because of what Freddie did to myself, and that's all, you know. I don't know what should happen in our career if Freddie was with us before. Nobody can know that.
All right, Freddie, I'd like to ask you about that also. Thank you, Miguel. Freddie, you've trained lots of great fighters in your career. Can you talk about just your perspective on what Miguel just said as far as, you know, the chemistry between you guys? Like, why has it worked so well for you in the recent fights that you've been together, where he's looked, you know, obviously a lot sharper maybe than he's looked in a few of the fights he had right before he joined up with you?
Yeah, we have a lot of respect for each other, and we had a history of going against each other, even with the Pacquiao fight. But the thing is, we became friends, and he called me up and asked me if I could help, and it was like one of the best phone calls I've ever gotten. I was very, shocked that a fighter of that caliber called me and asked me if I'd give him a hand, and it worked out really well. We get along really well. My whole camp gets along well with his camp. Marvin and all the guys, we all get along. We train really hard together, and it's a team effort, and it works well together. Everything fits perfectly, and we've had pretty great fights so far, and I expect the best one to be coming up soon. Why then, Freddie, do you think it's worked so well? I mean, like I said, why just relationships. The thing is, if we respect each other and we listen to each other, and we can talk about the game plan, and we have no secrets with each other. We're very well together, and that's just what it is. Basically, I mean, it's just that we have a lot of respect, and the thing is to get along in training and is very important, and to listen to each other, and it's it goes both ways, of course, because if he's not comfortable with something, that we'll make an adjustment to make it right, and there's no secrets, there's no we everything's on the table, so we work very well together, and I'm very happy to be here right now, and I'm looking forward to the fight. I have one other question for you, Freddie. You said in your opening remarks that you thought, Miguel, you predicted a knockout. You predict knockouts pretty much for all your guys. I wonder what makes you think that Canelo, who's got hurt a couple of times early in his career but never been in that kind of serious trouble, except, frankly, against Miguel's brother, but that's a long, long time ago. What makes you think that he can knock him out, besides just win? I think the caliber fighter, I think this is the best fighter he's ever fought. I think he's been, handpicked opponents. I mean, Mayweather was, a tough fighter, but not a big puncher. And this is the first heavy puncher he's going against. And Miguel looked great in his last 3 fights. In his punching power, he's improving, and he's using every bit of his his body weight to do that, and it's something we've been working on, and he's punching very well. And I feel that this guy gets hit too much, and I think Miguel will knock him out somewhere along the way.
All right, great. Freddie, thank you. Miguel, appreciate it. See you guys next week. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our next question is from Brooks Seekins with the Bleacher Report. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Miguel. I'm wondering, is there anybody, when you look at Canelo, is there anybody from your background, from your past opponents that he reminds you of at all, or does he seem like a totally new challenge?
Excuse me, can you repeat the question again?
Is there anybody from the past, like a past opponent, that he reminds you of a little bit, that you can take a lesson from when you're getting ready for him, or is he totally a new challenge?
No. Canelo, every fight is different. This chapter with Canelo is a chapter with him. We just work about Canelo, and we're just going to work about Canelo the night of the fight. Nobody from the past fights remind me Canelo, because every boxer is different.
Okay, thanks a lot and good luck.
Thank you.
Our next question is from Nube Ugarles with El Diario, New York. Go ahead.
Hola, Miguel. Buenas tardes. Nube de Nueva York. ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien. Dos preguntitas. La primera, pues los récords indican que tú has peleado con mejores rivales que Canelo. Tienes mayor experiencia en grandes peleas. ¿Crees que esto es un factor a tu favor?
Definitivamente estamos preparados. Nuestro récord indica de que estamos preparados para cualquier cosa que pueda suceder sobre el cuadrilátero. No tenemos temor a cualquier cosa que pueda suceder. La pregunta debe ser si ellos habrán recorrido el camino al igual que Miguel Cotto. La respuesta es no. Miguel Cotto, debido a su experiencia y debido a por lo que ha pasado en su carrera, le aventaja en ese tipo de cosas, y eso saldrá demostrado en la pelea.
Do you want to translate?
Yes, translation.
The records points out that you have more experience in comparison to Canelo's fight. So definitely you are prepared. Anything can happen. We are prepared to anything can happen in the ring. I am not afraid. The question will be if they have the same experience that they have. That's going to be something that's going to be interesting if I'm going to show that in the ring.
Próxima pregunta.
Sí, Miguel, Oscar de la Hoya reconoce que Freddie Roach es un gran entrenador. En unas declaraciones recientes dijo que te va a tener a ti en una gran condición física, pero él, obviamente como promotor de Canelo, duda cuánto tiempo tú puedes mantenerte en pie. ¿Qué le respondes?
Oscar pasó por las manos de Freddie Roach. Creo que fue una de sus mejores peleas frente a Floyd Mayweather. El hecho de que Oscar quiera proteger a Canelo, hablar en base a Canelo, no me sorprende. Él puede decir lo que quiera el próximo sábado sobre el ring. Solo seremos Saúl y yo, y veremos a ver quién al final de la noche sale vencedor. Te puedo asegurar que va a ser Miguel Cotto.
Translation.
Oscar de la Hoya was mentioned that you have great condition, and Canelo pretty much is going to be a great fight. So what can you say about that? Oscar, as like I said before, was with Freddie Roach, so he was trained under Freddie Roach. And Oscar wants to promote Canelo because he's with Canelo. So he can say whatever he wants, but just only in the ring we are going to decide who's going to be the best. And obviously it's going to be myself.
Our next question is from Robert Hugh with FightNews.com. Go ahead.
Good morning. I've seen a lot of athletes in boxing and in other sports in their early to mid-30s. This is from Miguel, by the way. Athletes in boxing and other sports in early to mid-30s talking about it being a really great time because they've taken good care of themselves, they physically have everything they need, but they've got a tremendous amount of experience and they're just that much smarter, more analytical, and better than they were in their early to mid-20s. So can you talk about how you're different and how you're better than you were when you were, say, 23, 25 in fighting?
Just because today I put my mind into the fight, and the best way to beat a guy is in the smartest way. I know I can punch and I can hit hard guys, but I now at this moment I'm looking for the perfect occasion and creating the perfect opportunity just to hit my opponent. That's that thing only can arrive to you with experience. That's all is different for me right now. Now I understand that I have 36 minutes to finish my opponent, and I use it every second of it.
Thank you very much. Best luck.
Thank you.
Our next question is from Jose Sanchez with Oy Chicago. Go ahead.
Miguel, un saludo de Chicago. Miguel, que como es normal y no puede ser de otra manera, afirma de que le vas a ganar a Canelo, ¿no? Pero ¿en qué crees tú que eres superior a Canelo para decir eso?
Aquí se verán las superioridades y las deficiencias de los rivales el próximo sábado en el ring. Aquí el vencedor será el mejor que esté preparado física y mentalmente, y te aseguro que el entrenamiento, la carrera que he tenido y por todo lo que he pasado para llegar aquí me hace superar a Canelo en todo momento en ello.
Translation.
Okay, well, it's normal that you are going to win this fight, and what makes you think that you are superior to Canelo? Well, I've been working very hard on this, and then I'm physically and mentally well prepared, and with all this training, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be the one who's going to fight, who's going to win this fight.
Sí, segunda pregunta. Miguel, por los estilos que tenéis ambos, ¿cómo te imaginas esta pelea ahí arriba en el ring el sábado?
No sé, tendremos que esperar el sábado a que ocurra. Él puede subir con una idea, yo puedo subir con otra y puede ser totalmente diferente. Estoy preparado para una pelea. Sé que si surge o sucede de otra manera, puedo traer cosas que también hemos trabajado en el campamento que puedan hacernos llevar otro patrón de pelea. Así que no sé en realidad qué tipo de pelea nos encontremos el próximo sábado, pero les garantizo que estaremos preparados para cualquier cosa que pueda suceder.
Gracias.
Translation.
Okay, with all these different styles, how come you think you can win this fight? Well, we have have ideas. He's come to the ring with his ideas as well. I'm very well prepared, and whatever is going to happen in there is that next Saturday we're going to see who's going to be the best in here. But like I said before, he has his ideas, I have my ideas, and whoever is well prepared is going to win this fight, and pretty much it's going to be myself.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you have any questions, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. Our next question is from Abraham Nudestra with Opinion. Go ahead.
Hola, buenas tardes. Tengo una pregunta para Michael Jormark y otra pregunta para Miguel Cotto. La primera pregunta es para Michael. Michael, se dice que se van a vender cerca de 1,5 millones de pay-per-views para esta pelea, y los analistas dicen que la mayoría de esas ventas son o se refieren a la presencia de Canelo Alvarez, que no se refiere tanto a la presencia de Miguel Cotto. ¿Estás de acuerdo con esto?
Mena, can you please translate the question for Michael?
Yes.
Yes. It's been said that we're going to have approximately 1.5 million pay-per-view visits pretty much for this fight, but most of them is because Canelo Alvarez. What do you think about that? What's your opinion about this? Do you agree with this?
Obviously not. You know, we feel that this is going to be a major event for pay-per-view. I know that Oscar threw out the number of 1.5 million yesterday. You know, our hope is that, you know, this fight will do between 1 million and 2 million, hopefully closer to 2 million pay-per-views. I think we have two great fighters here that represent two great countries and have huge fan bases. The reality is that, you know, it's going to be split down the middle. Canelo is going to bring his fan base to the pay-per-view, and Miguel will do the same. So I think it's going to be more of an equal distribution, and I think that's why we're so bullish and optimistic that this fight has the opportunity to do a very big number.
Obviamente no creo de que solamente sea por el Canelo. Esta es una pelea donde van a estar dos peleadores grandes de dos diferentes países. Se estima más de 2 millones de ventas por pay-per-view. Va a ser una distribución igual. Así que pues pensamos que por el hecho de que estos dos peleadores sean dos diferentes países, grandes contenedores, vamos a tener bastantes personas en el pay-per-view que nos van a estar observando esta maravillosa pelea.
Miguel, buenas tardes. Una pregunta para ti. ¿Quién necesita más de esta pelea? ¿Canelo necesita de ti o tú necesitas más de Canelo para mantenerte vigente en el boxeo?
Yo creo que toda pelea ocurre cuando debe ocurrir. Era el momento ideal para esta pelea. Se cuadró para noviembre 21. Si Canelo hubiera tenido un oponente más atractivo que Miguel Cotto, hubiera ido tras él. Y de igual manera, si Miguel Cotto hubiera tenido un oponente más atractivo que Canelo, hubiera ido tras él también.
Okay, who do you think needs more of one each other? Do you think you need more than Canelo and Canelo needs more than you? What do you think about this when it comes to this fight? Well, Canelo doesn't really need more than me, or I don't need just more than him. So it's going to be a great fight on November the 25th. That's pretty much for sure. That's what's going to happen. So we don't need. We just need to go and fight, and then in this fight and do it. And I think that the fight.
If they have another fighter, I would have fight with another fighter. If Canelo had another fighter, he would have fight with another fighter.
Our next question is from Jake Donovan with Boxing Scene. Go ahead.
Hey, I have a question for Freddie. Freddie, I know the common thing for Miguel when he fights at middleweight is that his opponent's going to be naturally bigger. Canelo at the 30-year weigh-in is actually a full division heavier than him. So without giving away your game plan, I just wanted to hear from you, like, what you think Miguel's best attribute is going into this fight to come to go against the fact that, you know, Canelo has a natural size advantage.
You know, I think what Mike's asking me is I think Canelo's a little bit slow. He, you know, tend to catch some punches and let you know when he's going to throw you, catch some punches and so forth. But, you know, he's a good fighter right now, but we're in really good shape. We're at a great training camp, and we're coming off 3 good wins, and we have momentum going for us, and you know, all this about pay-per-view. I don't care who tells me pay-per-view. It's who the winner of the fight that counts, and that's what we're going to do. We're here to win the fight, whatever it takes. If we have to box this guy, we'll box him. If he wants to slug with us, that's no problem. We're ready for that also. We've had like 8 sparring partners so far. We have punchers. We have had boxers. So whatever he brings to the table, I think we're ready for it. And I just think Miguel's the more intelligent and the smarter fighter, and I think that's who's going to win the fight.
All right, cool. Thanks, Fred. Miguel, I just want to know, I know, you know, to you, every fight is just another fight to you, but I mean, this fight has to mean something to you, especially, you know, 15 years into a Hall of Fame career. So I just want to know, like, where you rank this fight, you know, going into it, and especially, you know, when you win, where you think this fight will rank among any other fight you've had.
This one going to be my fight number 45. Nothing special with it.
Okay, great. Thank you, Miguel. Best of luck.
Our next question is from Cristina Pagan with Telemundo Puerto Rico. Go ahead.
Hola Miguel, saludo. Cristina Pagan de acá Telemundo Puerto Rico. Miguel, te pregunto, mucho se ha comentado sobre el factor de edad y buena pegada de Canelo. ¿Te preocupa en algún sentido? Obviamente, estamos hablando de experiencia contra juventud. ¿Estás preparado? ¿Qué vamos a ver los puertorriqueños ese día en el ring?
Si hubiera algún tipo de preocupación, el pasado 28 de septiembre no me hubiera presentado mi primer día de entrenamiento. Aquí llevo 15 años en el boxeo profesional, llevo 23 en total en el boxeo. El público sabe a qué se sube Miguel Cotto en cada pelea, a qué se sube Miguel Cotto en cada presentación. No esperen menos de ellos. Miguel Cotto está aquí desde el 28 de septiembre entrenando, brindando lo mejor de él en cada sesión de entrenamiento, y para así poder brindar lo mejor de él el próximo sábado 21 de noviembre en la pelea, y así será.
¿Y cómo reaccionas ante las críticas que han suscitado algunos boxeadores, donde dicen que quizás tú no tienes muy buena pegada para enfrentarte a ese boxeador?
Esta pelea se trabaja en base al trabajo realizado en nuestros campamentos de entrenamiento. La pegada es algo secundario en cuanto al boxeo. Aquí la mejor manera de ganar las peleas es inteligentemente, así que veremos a ver quién sale por la puerta ancha el próximo sábado. Seguro que va a ser Miguel Cotto.
Gracias, Miguel.
Translating question number 1.
Okay, so many people have said something about the age and the good punch of Canelo, so it looks like it's related to experience and youth. So what's your opinion about this? Well, I have been boxing for 15 years in a professional arena as well. People know that, and Miguel Cotto is going to give the best fight next Saturday the 21st. And what about the criticism that people say that you don't have a good punch, that you don't have a good way to knock him down? Well, I've been working very hard for many years, and it's about experience, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do the best that I can in that fight that's going to be next Saturday the 21st.
Our next question is from Juan Costa with Noticel. Go ahead.
Sí, buenas, Cotto. Juan Costa Noticel por acá. Mira, había salido a reducir los otros días que iban a estar transmitiendo la pelea en varios cines en distintas ciudades en los Estados Unidos. Nosotros hablamos con la gente de Caribbean Cinemas acá en Puerto Rico, nos dijeron que estaban en proceso de hacer ese trámite de solicitud a Miguel Cotto Promotions. Por lo menos de parte tuya, ¿alguna novedad o verdad, o algo que nos puedas comentar sobre este asunto de si la gente va a poder ver la pelea en los cines acá en Puerto Rico también?
No se llegó a ningún tipo de acuerdo, así que será el que quiera ver la pelea en Puerto Rico, pues tendrá que hacerlo desde los lugares donde se habrán pagado para presenciarlo, desde sus hogares.
Okay, muchas gracias.
Yeah, it's been said that the fight is going to be broadcast in movie theaters in Puerto Rico. That wasn't like in the process. Do you have any insight about this? Any things that you can mention about it? There was no agreement, and so but the fight is going to be broadcast for pay-per-view, and whoever is in Puerto Rico is going to have to watch the fight pay-per-view channel.
Our next question is from Javier Gorbey with Claridad Newspaper. Go ahead.
Saludos, Miguel. Me pregunto, se ha hablado mucho de la edad. ¿Entiendes tú que eso es una manera de ellos de querer decir que que ellos son la persona más fuerte y más que son más fuertes en la pelea, y tienes tú que son solamente un número.
Si te dejas de llevar en base a la vida la sobrevive el mejor que la piense, el mejor que sepa vivirla, no el más bravo y el más guapetón que quiera vivir en ella. Así que nosotros estamos confiados en nuestro trabajo. Yo estoy confiado en el trabajo que Freddy ha hecho conmigo, estoy confiado en el trabajo que he hecho con Freddy, y el próximo 21 de noviembre subiremos a hacer nuestro habitual trabajo sobre él.
Translation.
It's been said too much about the age. Whoever's going to be the stronger on the ring. Well, you have to fight, and you cannot just go by what people say. Trust a lot. He's a gentleman. Freddie Roach, he has done a great job to me, and on November the 21st, you're going to see who's going to win. It's going to be me.
Mencionaste más temprano, Cotto, que estabas preparado para cualquier tipo de plan. Desde que estás con Freddie Roach, hemos visto una versión más agresiva de Cotto, ¿no? Volviendo un poco a 140, pero eso también quiere decir que podemos ver la versión que ha boxeado, que le ganó boxeando a Margarito y a Shane Mosley y a otros peleadores en otras partes de tu carrera.
Freddy ha brindado lo que tenía que brindar en mi carrera, y aquí no solamente tenemos un plan de pelea para este combate el próximo 21, tenemos ideas de cómo reaccionar dependiendo cómo se nos dé la pelea, así que estamos preparados para cualquier tipo de pelea que Canelo quiera brindar el próximo sábado 21 de noviembre.
Translation.
Freddie has shown more aggressiveness in your training and in comparison to the other one. And my response is that Freddie has done such a great job. We have a plan and ideas, and everything is going to be fine. So it all depends what's going to happen. But we are very prepared for this fight, and then we're just going to see how to react on this fight, how Canelo is going to react on this fight with all the plans that we have.
Our next question is from Carlos Narvaez with ESPN Deportes. Go ahead.
Saludos, Miguel. Han pasado ya recientemente, hace 5 meses y 12 días, se cumplieron exactamente los 14 años de tu debut en el boxeo profesional. ¿Pensaste en aquel momento o cerca de aquel momento de inicio, cuando peleaste con Jason Doucet, que tu carrera iba a llegar a este punto tan alto, donde ya básicamente con 5 títulos del mundo, 4 en divisiones diferentes, tienes asegurado, aunque sabemos la humildad tuya en cuanto a eso y que no estás pendiente a esos detalles, pero tienes prácticamente asegurado un espacio en el Salón de la Fama? O sea, ¿pensaste tú realmente que ibas a llegar a hacer todo esto y a llegar a estos eventos tan grandes?
No, mis inicios en el boxeo fueron meramente para perder peso, para rebajar, y he sido bendecido. Tuve vicisitudes a lo largo del camino, he tenido mis caídas, he sabido levantarme, estoy aquí trabajando de la mejor manera que puedo, así que lo que ha llegado a mi carrera hasta el momento de hoy ha sido solo el resultado del trabajo arduo que Miguel Cotto, los allegados a Miguel Cotto, han hecho durante 14 años.
Translation.
It's been about 5 months and 12 days, pretty much about 14 years that you started as a professional fighter in your career. Did you ever thought you were going to be, very successful with 5 titles, in this career? Every beginning is tough. It's not easy, but I started doing it just pretty much to lose weight. But you have some issues. You have to keep fighting. You have to keep doing the best that you can, but you have to work hard and do the best. So this is pretty much the results of my hard job.
Our next question is from Robert Hugh with FightNews.com.
Hi, the question from Miguel. Seems like more and more recently fighters have been open about the longer-term toll that fighting can take. I mean, Floyd Mayweather was open about it. Andre Ward talks about it. You've earned a considerable amount of money over the years. Have you given any thought to how much longer you want to do this, or do you have any concerns about longer-term health, or are you just taking it one fight at a time?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Miguel, yes, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I'm sorry. In recent years, it seems like some fighters, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, have talked more openly about their concerns about the long-term effects of boxing and the toll it can take. And what have you thought about how long you want to keep doing this? You've earned a lot of money over the years, and do you have a sense of how long you want to do it, or are you just taking it one fight at a time?
You lost me there.
One moment, please. It looks like Mr. Cotto's line has been disconnected. We'll look for him that he's dialing back in.
Sorry, everyone. Just give us 1 second. Miguel's line dropped off. He'll be dialing in, and just give us a minute.
Ya, esta es la última.
Pardon me. We have Miguel Cotto back on the line.
Sorry about it, guys.
I'm sorry, Robert. Can you repeat your question one more time? I apologize.
Oh, no trouble. Yeah, one more time. It seems like in recent years, some fighters, high-profile fighters like Floyd Mayweather and Andre Ward, have talked more openly about the longer-term effects that boxing can have on the fighters. And I've wondered if that's a concern of yours, and if you've earned a lot of money over the years, and wondered if you've thought at all about how long you want to keep doing this.
I'll do that. I've been doing boxing because it's the only thing I know to do in life, and all I've been working for is for the benefit and the commodity of my family. I said before that I'm going to retire myself before I have 30 years old. I recently 35, but I'm going to be in boxing no more longer than a year from now.
Our final question is from Jason Gonzalez with Examiner.com. Go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I have two questions for Miguel. Miguel, how you doing?
Good.
Great. Miguel, in some aspects, both you and Canelo have similar personalities outside of the ring. By that, I mean you let your fists do the talking. But with respect to Canelo as a fighter, looking at him now, do you see any shades of yourself maybe 10 years ago?
No. He has his own way to live. I have my own way to live. I think I had bad choices before in my life, but I have to live with that. Now I'm thinking better. Now I'm doing things better. And every life is different. Every person is different, and I know Canelo's going to do the best for himself.
Now, the last question, considering the build-up and magnitude of this event. A victory next Saturday. Will that be the biggest victory of your career?
Probably can be the biggest victory of my career, but at the end of the road, that's just going to be the victory number 41 for my career.
Miguel, mucha suerte la semana que viene. Look forward to seeing you guys. I can't wait.
Thank you.
There are no further questions.
Michael, any last words?
Yes, I just want to thank everybody for participating in today's call. A special thanks, obviously, to Miguel and Freddie, as well as Brian and Hector and Gabby for joining the call today. Just two quick things. Number one, the fight week schedule will be sent out momentarily, actually probably within the next few days. But I do want to point out that the first fight week event will take place on Tuesday at Mandalay Bay. Obviously, that information will be included in the fight week schedule that is sent out. We look forward to seeing everybody in Las Vegas. We've got a full week of activities. It's going to be exciting. And once again, we look forward to the fight of the year next Saturday night, November 21st. Thank you, everybody, and see you in Vegas.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.